Marvel reportedly considered pivoting to Doctor Doom after Jonathan Majors' arrest. Yeah, and this is kind of old, by the way. It's interesting how all these things are coming out and literally they've been like verified and people speaking about them, now. So what happened was when Ant-Man Quantumania hit, there was people that loved the movie, people that weren't a fan of it. I was not a fan of it. The only thing that people agreed on was the fact that Jonathan Majors' depiction of Kang the Conqueror was friggin' amazing and sick. Because he was the star of the show. He held the movie together. When they saw the fans' reaction, they built the whole of the current phases leading up to Secret Wars. They based it around him. So when he got arrested, they were like, okay, so he's been arrested. So if he's guilty, not guilty, we don't know what to do. We're going to sort of leave him in the mix, make Doctor Doom the main dude, and either recast Jonathan Majors down the line or minimize his appearances or minimize his story within basically the phases. Now, the reason they didn't do this and they didn't go through this is because I personally feel it's this. They did not want a backlash of what was currently going to happen when Aquaman 2 drops based upon the situation of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Because Johnny Depp was executed and found guilty based upon social media. He was ripped apart and the fans were completely nuts, which is why the movie's going to bomb because of the situation. Well, how is it Amber Heard keeps her job, but Johnny Depp gets fired from Pirates of the Caribbean, loses money, loses projects, and so forth? So they knew if they initially fired, if they recasted Jonathan Majors without any trial, without any evidence, without anything, I'm telling you, the fans would have cancelled. They would have cancelled and they would have boycotted every Marvel project, and they would have boycotted the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars because that's built around him. They would have lost tons of money, and those Marvel movies, especially the Avenger movies, they're your billions. They're your billions. They make the billions for you. So, from what I've been hearing, and I'll have to respect Marvel for doing this, they've stuck with him because of Jonathan Majors. His management team dropped him. His PR team dropped him. He lost movies. He lost endorsement. He lost so much without even a trial. No evidence, nothing. He got executed on social media, cancelled on social media without a trial. Now, I believe his trial is next month. And like I said, if he's guilty or innocent, that's going to be proven basically in the case. From what I've seen, all of the evidence points to him being innocent. That's what I've seen. So, we're going to find out what Marvel really do with him after basically, of course, the trial is done. But I'm pretty sure 99.999% that he's going to be found innocent and he will be kept. But this is why they were considering, and I'm glad they didn't do it because it would have been insanely bad for them on all perspective, money-wise and fan-wise. So that's why they were considering actually pivoting to Doctor Doom and actually, recasting or minimizing basically his role. And Jonathan Majors, you know what? After seeing him finally in Loki as Victor Timely, he smashed it. Dope ass actor. And if he is found innocent, and I'm assuming he is based upon what I've seen, I hope he sues every single person that tried to mess with him basically when all this was happening. Because I'll say this, right? I don't like when people get bullied, regardless of your creed, race, sex, gender, whatever you might be. No one deserves to be bullied, and no one deserves to have their career destroyed over an allegation that is untrue, and to be crucified and to be destroyed on social media, to lose pretty much everything that you have without any evidence, without any trial. That's my thing. If he's guilty, then of course, if you're guilty and the evidence is there, we're going to deal with you efficiently. We're going to deal with it as it should be. But no one deserves to be crucified or to be removed based upon basically what social media tells you. It's disgusting. It should never be allowed to happen. Imagine just doing your thing. You do your thing. You become a blockbuster phenomenon in a Marvel movie. Everything's going well for you. You have this allegation, and boom. So from what I've said, from what I've seen, he's going to be found innocent. If he isn't innocent, it is what it is. But we're gonna see what happens in the case. He is a dull pass actor. He plays Kang. He plays Victor Timely sick. I look forward to seeing him in his other variants of Kang and how he actually depicts those characters. That's my thoughts. What are yours? What are your thoughts on Jonathan Majors, Doctor Doom? And with that being said, bring on Doctor Doom. I cannot wait to see Victor Von Doom making his appearance in the MCU.